there is in fact provision under the Constitution that 2/3 of the delegates can in fact petition for there to be a national convention. But even when you petition, the petition has to go through appropriate steps, including for there to be propriety. You need to, for example, ensure that those persons who claim to be delegates are in fact proper delegates. So it is for that reason why the stewardship of the party becomes important, because the stewardship must at all times, and in fact the Constitution requires that they maintain a record of delegates and other things to ensure propriety, because what you don't want is for somebody to come across the border from Guatemala having nothing to do with Belize, having nothing to do with a political party, turns up as a delegate and votes. And I use Guatemala just because it's there. I could say Mexico, I could say anything at all. But the point is, you need to ensure that an unincorporated or any other association that is set up is properly run. And the first point of call for running it is to ask your question, what does the Constitution say? So I'm accepting that there is no limit on the possibility of other conventions being held on petition and in other instances. In fact, the Constitution itself also says that you can have it, one, in the case of an emergency and so on, but it says what constitutes an emergency and who must declare the emergency. But whatever happens, your starting point must be, what does the Constitution require by way of process, and were the proper processes engaged? So nobody is here saying, certainly I could not, that holding a convention outside of the 2-year process is itself bad ab initio, bad from the beginning. No. The question is, however, were the proper processes engaged and in a manner that they ought to have been engaged?